Good afternoon and welcome to Mackay Permanent Building Society's Real Estate Saturday. And of course Mackay Permanent Building Society, our sponsors, have branches right throughout the Mackay region. Now, coming up in the program this afternoon, we'll take a look at a beautiful Queenslander in Hucker Street with Lance Murray. Lance will be in the studio to talk about that just a little later on. Robin Pope. Now, Robin Pope and myself and our cameraman, Michael Daly, went out to Andergrove the other night and we filmed a beautiful home at Andergrove. We'll see that in the program as well and chat to Robin Pope. Robin will also be in the studio live just a little later on as well, and we'll be talking about some other properties. You've got some units that we're talking about. And Laguna Keys. Special home, of course, is no exception. Robin Pope from Mackay Business Brokers. This is a delightful home.
It certainly is, Chris. Good evening.
Good evening. And, well, it is a good evening to us, but we're on a Saturday afternoon, but we're recording this at night time because we want to see the features of the home, and it's looking absolutely brilliant.
Yes, I think where we're sitting at the moment, Chris, really shows that. We're in a magnificent outdoor area here, which is totally covered. You could virtually live out here 12 months of the year and eat all your meals and so on, and weather wouldn't worry you at all. It's just magnificent. And we've also got a magnificent tropical garden surrounding us, totally private.
You know, the beauty of these tropical gardens, no maintenance at all. Just have a look at that.
This one particularly, Chris, it's actually been set up that way, particularly with the type of plants and the pebbles right through the garden and the underground watering system. It's all perfectly set up for that particular reason.
Well, the whole home is absolutely beautiful, the way it's set out, inside and outside.
It is. It's not a home that comes into the expensive category, Chris. We don't want to mislead people, but it's in that nice medium range, around about the 150s or so on. But it's a magnificent home in that price bracket. You've got a delightful kitchen in there, as you'll see in the shots. A really lovely living area. 3 of the largest bedrooms in this size of home I've ever seen. There's a king-size bed and a queen-size in those bedrooms, which you will have seen. A lovely bathroom. The whole thing just knits together perfectly. It's a fully insulated ceiling with insul bats, not silver paper.
Yes, there's been a lot of expense put into the ceiling, hasn't it?
No word it is. And it's a home, it's really set up for a tropical climate, and it's made for indoor-outdoor living, and it's one of the nicest I've seen in its category. It really is.
You know, the home is large inside, and also it boasts a very large allotment as well, with a swimming pool.
Yes, we haven't got to that yet, but down the back of the garden there, in a lovely secluded area, which is just delightful for entertaining, you've got a really lovely pool, and covered with a sail, which I believe came off Apollo, or, well,
yep.
Gretel maybe.
Yep, yes, it does look attractive. Okay, the location?
15 Catherine Court, Andergrove, very convenient area, schools, shops, everything all around you, fully built up area. And in that price range, as I said, it's the asking price of $158,000. Spec homes these days are costing you $125 to $30, so you're getting everything in a top area here, well within that price range.
Now, the home doesn't look very old at all, Robin.
No, it's not. It's only 3 years old, Chris, but really, truly, it's so well established you would think it was much larger.
All right, when's it open for inspection?
Sunday, 2 to 3:30. I'd suggest you be here if you want really good value in that price range.
It looks very nice, and I'm certainly sure that a lot of people are going to make some inquiries.
Thanks, Chris.
Robin Pope from Mackay Business Brokers, thank you very much indeed. Make sure you see this delightful home. It really is something just a little bit different here in Mackay.
An authentic German coffee house in Mackay with German waffles and apple strudel. Where? Tom's Continental Taste. Tom's Continental Taste at Mount Pleasant Shopping Centre offers Mackay the best of European foods. Big profiteroles, croissants with assorted hot fillings and freshly made cakes. All at Tom's Continental Taste, where not only you can eat in, but everything is available to take away. Tom's Continental Taste, Mount Pleasant Shopping Centre, near the newsagents.
This is what we've been waiting for. Tom's Continental Taste, the place where you can meet your friends and enjoy our personal service.
So come and see us at Mackay's friendliest coffee house with only the best in homemade cakes and delicious meals.
So, and we are easy easy to find in Mount Pleasant Shopping Center next to the newsagent and unique boutique, so call in at Tom's Continental Taste.
Tom's Continental Taste is the authentic German coffee house in the Mount Pleasant Shopping Centre. See Tom and Sabine for the most exciting cakes and meals in Mackay, or try the new taste temptations each week. See you at Tom's Continental Taste in the Mount Pleasant Shopping Centre.
Tom's Continental Taste, the authentic German coffee house at Mount Pleasant Shopping Centre, is celebrating its first birthday.
And many thanks to our faithful customers who made Tom's Continental Taste Mackay's most popular coffee house.
A special for the whole month. You buy the first cup of coffee and the second one is on the house.
So, we also want to introduce our new hot breakfast specials for all customers coming from far.
Fantastic omelettes or ham and eggs, as well as lots of other things are waiting for you.
So come in and get started for the day.
It's worthwhile shopping at Mount Pleasant Shopping Centre every Monday and Tuesday. Try Tom's Continental Taste's 3-course meal deal for only $5. All of this for just $5. Tom's new meal deal for a limited time only for just $5.
Tom's Continental Taste introduces the happy hour each day from 4 to 5 p.m. Buy a piece of cake or dessert and get cappuccino coffee free. And don't forget Tom's Continental $5 meal deal Monday and Tuesday. So come and try out the 4 to 5 p.m. happy hour or the $5 meal deal only at Tom's Continental Taste in the Mount Pleasant Shopping Centre.
This is what we've been waiting for. Tom's Continental Taste, the place where you can meet your friends and enjoy our personal service.
So come and see us at Mackay's friendliest coffee house with only the best in homemade cakes and delicious meals.
So, and we are easy to find in Mount Pleasant Shopping Center next to the newsagent and unique boutique. So call in at Tom's Continental Taste.
Shade Solution. South Pacific Shade will keep you out of the sun. Shade Solution. South Pacific Shade, style and quality for everyone. We've got the products to keep you cool around your house and around your pool. Shade solution. South Pacific Shade will keep you out of the sun. Shade Solution. South Pacific Shade.
He's the only person who knows the identity of the cameraman who shot it. According to Santilli, the poor quality is explained by the circumstances under which it was photographed.
When he tells you that the camera had no zoom facility, when he tells you that he was wearing the same outfit as the surgeons, and when he says that these cameras had a fixed focus, and that when they moved in, then there was no way of controlling the focus, and and it was possible. He was steaming up inside the costumes, and he was trying to operate the camera to the best of his ability. You just have to accept it. But the other question is, well, why isn't it a fixed camera? Why isn't it a camera fixed above looking at the body? But then his argument is that, well, surgeons were bending over it all the time, and the only way you can get to see these things is by moving around. And the camera that he detailed as using, we checked at the museum, and, it's a handheld camera.
Despite repeated requests, Ray Santilli has been unable to persuade the cameraman to talk publicly. So far, there is no real proof of his existence. The Air Force categorically deny the existence of space. Offer a tantalizing clue.
They're not alien creatures as far as he's concerned. He just calls the creatures freaks all the time. He says they've got no reason to be here, and he says he doesn't know what they are. Our cameraman's a very religious guy. He just refuses to believe. And he was there at the time. He saw everything that happened, but he refuses to believe that these are extraterrestrials. He just says that, it's just some goddamn experiment, and that's it. He just calls them freaks. You have to remember, this is a cameraman that was there at White Sands, with the Trinity experiments as well. It appears that lots of weird and wonderful things happened at that time.
As well as the autopsy, there is footage of strange debris allegedly recovered at the site of a crashed space vehicle. Whatever the Santilli film represents, there is no question it demands serious investigation. These cryptic symbols bear some resemblance to actual letters. V-I-D-E-O. Video. Despite doubts about its authenticity, the film has been shown to some of the witnesses originally interviewed about the Roswell incident. Dr. Ian West is one of Britain's leading forensic pathologists. He is frequently called upon by Scotland Yard in murder investigations.
The blood pattern is unusual. You don't normally get, that incision has been open for some time now. We've got 4 little trails running from it. Although we have a number of quite distinct linear trails, dark trails, which look like blood trails, they're not of the nature that I would expect to see at a post-mortem. I would see some more smearing, some more irregularity in the blood loss from the margins of the incision. One has seen one distinctive organ removed from the upper central abdominal region. It's of the size of a liver, but it's not of the liver shape, and it's not in the liver position. I've seen no intestines that I can distinguish. I can't distinguish the thoracic organs. It certainly doesn't resemble, from what one can see here, any human remains that I've ever seen. There's just no evidence to say this is definitely nothing on the film which makes me say this is definitely a hoax. My feeling is that probably about 98% feeling is that this is probably a man-made hoax. I have, as I say, a 2% area where I don't know.
In my opinion, I think it's a special effect. It's man-made. It's a good special effect. It's not going to be a cheap item. It's going to be, a few $100,000 probably. It's difficult to say when something like that could have been made. Certainly in the 60s they were doing things at Hammer, which were very similar. I would guess that it was not before the 60s, but sort of mid-60s I would think would be the earliest it could be. I don't think anyone could be certain that it's a special effect. I mean, it's How do I know what the inside of aliens look like? No one knows. I know what the inside of foam rubber and polyurethane foam looks like, and it looks very similar.
Many people who are deeply suspicious about the film think that you could be behind the hoax yourself. What have you got to say to that?
I still go back to what I said before. If someone, even if it was our company, wanted to hoax a piece of footage, why not do the job properly? Why not create something that really looks like an alien creature? You know, why come up with something where you've got these unnecessary hurdles of saying, well, is it human or is it not human? And in answer to your question, we didn't hoax it.
Are you sure?
Absolutely sure. 100% sure. I mean, you know.
As of this moment, there's no conclusive evidence to prove that the film is either genuine or a hoax. Proving one or the other is a critical factor in resolving the Roswell mystery. One vital step would be to have the film chemically analysed by a photographic laboratory.
Are you going to provide proper film extract which can be properly tested by Kodak, which has proper images on it?
I'll provide you with a film. I'll provide you with what I can, which will be a film with image, and the only way that I can do that is by securing some film from the collector that bought the first autopsy, which is currently en route to us.
So far, no suitable film extract has been provided for laboratory testing to determine the year of exposure and processing. In Washington, the search for tangible evidence